What's up everybody, it's Charlie and I'm back. So in this video I want to talk about the difference between living on purpose and living for survival. For those of you who've watched my channel for a while, you know that my main mission in life is to build a world where everybody is seen, known, loved, and encouraged to live into their purpose. I think that those are the things that everybody needs to thrive and to live completely fulfilled in this life. But I realize that there's been so many barriers to me being seen, known, loved, or given the tools to live into my purpose that I forget about living on purpose in general. And that's exactly how I've been feeling lately. I finally do feel like I'm in a place where I'm seen and known and loved, and I have the tools to live into my purpose, and that feels so good. And it's a big relief, but I realize that that doesn't change the mindset that I have, that you can have all of those things and still not be fully living into your purpose if you don't choose to do so. And so I am making a conscious choice that I want to live on purpose. And what that means to me is taking the time and mental energy to discover who my authentic self is and to live into that as loud and proud as possible. For a lot of my life, I was so bogged down by my mental health issues or discrimination and oppressions that I didn't get to fully discover who I am and live into that. And it's only been in the last 2 or 3 years that I've really given myself the opportunity and the freedom to be wholly me. So all of this is really new to me and feels like a vulnerable place to be. There are 3 things that help me to refocus on living into my purpose, even during this time of pandemic. Imagination, curiosity, and self-discovery. First, I had to be willing to dream. Life won't always look like this, and so I need to be able to dream of what life could be. What goals am I working towards? What do I want my life to look like beyond this pandemic? And I needed to be able to dream wildly about what the possibilities could be. The second thing I needed to do was be curious about what that dream could look like. How do I live into it? What tools do I need to get there? What things am I missing? What skill sets am I lacking? And how can I achieve those so that I can achieve my dream? And the third one is self-discovery. Figuring out what it looks like for me in particular to live into that dream. This concept of self-discovery has been so important for me because it's the biggest one that I didn't have the opportunity to pursue. I had the vision and I had the curiosity and the tools of how to get there, but I wasn't able to tailor it for myself to figure out what it looks like for me. So I'm taking this time to take back my control and to take back my own vision for my life with imagination, curiosity, and the individuality of self-discovery. It's taken me all of this time to figure out what I like and what I don't like, who I am and who I don't want to be. I feel like before I was sort of blowing in the wind because I just did not have the free emotional energy to devote to myself. And so I am taking this as a conscious time for me to invest in myself and invest in my passions and interests and invest the time to learn how to articulate those to other people. I realize that sometimes it's a barrier for me because I have the interest, but I don't know how to communicate that to others. And so I'm using this pandemic time to not just figure out who I am, but to figure out how to articulate that to others. And this channel is a perfect example of how I do that. I practice articulating my goals, my needs, my wants, my vulnerabilities. So when the world resumes, I'm ready to jump back in kicking. It's been a consistent fear of mine that I would get so caught up in this pandemic that I'll lose myself, or I'll lose the progress that I've made in becoming a whole person, in thriving. But the antidote to that is to living fully on purpose. The antidote to that is to immersing myself in who I am and taking this time to immerse myself in the things that make me feel most alive. And I found that when I'm doing that, there's no way for me to default back to this survival mode because all I can do is thrive. So I hope that it's an encouragement to you guys as well, that as you are engaged in this pandemic, that you don't let it seep into you, that you don't let it become the focus of who you are, but rather that you dive into yourself, dive into your interests, dive into your passions, dive into the things that make you feel most alive, the things that make you feel most like you. And that in doing that, we'll come out of this on the other side as most authentically us and ready to jump back into the world. So yeah, I hope that this was encouraging to you guys, and I'd love to see how you guys are surviving the pandemic. So comment below and subscribe to see more. Deuce.